Are you planning for a vacation trip or just thinking about where you would want to go? After deciding the place, you will look for the accommodation and book a room in hotel. You travel that place, stay in the hotel and comes back. For a guest, it's just a simple process. But from hotelier perspective, during this process, guest goes through different stages. These are all parts of a guest cycle. So in this video, we will discuss about this guest cycle. Hello friends, I am Dr. Naveen Chahal, welcomes you on Hospitality Broadcast. For a hotel, guest cycle is the continuous process which starts from guest search or inquiry for a hotel. Later, he selects a hotel and book a room, and guest moves through various stages of his relationship with the hotel before coming back at home. Many books suggest that guest cycle goes through 4 major stages. These are pre-arrival, arrival, occupancy and departure. But I would say there is one more stage to complete this cycle called post-departure. All hotel employees must be aware of guest services and activities provided at all stages of guest cycle, especially the front office staff, as it works as a nerve center for hotel. Front office staff involves at all stages of guest cycle from pre-arrival to departure. It also represents a systematic approach to front office operation during all stages of guest cycle. For better understanding of front office operation, I would recommend to watch my video on Introduction to Front Office and sub-departments or sections of front office department. You can check the I button above and link is also provided in the description below. The first stage is pre-arrival. Pre acts as a prefix which means before. So this stage involves all those activities which are done before the arrival of guest in the hotel. At this stage, guest search for hotel, evaluate his options, finally select a hotel and book his room. From the hotel perspective, there are 2 major activities performed by mainly reservation section. First, to handle any query and provide information related to hotel facilities and services. Here is your chance to impress guest and convince him that staying with your hotel is the best decision. Once the guest is convinced, he or she will book his room. Booking of hotel room in advance is what we call reservation. For full detail on reservation, its types, modes, check the I button above and link is also in the description. The details that we get during the reservation also helps in completing pre-registration activities like assigning room, preparing pre-arrival or welcome letter, and taking care of special requests. These activities may be done prior to check-in date or may be done on the same date of arrival. It depends on hotel. Now the day of guest check-in comes and brings us to our next stage, arrival. Guest enters into the second stage of guest cycle when he arrives and check-in at a hotel. The date of arrival is considered as check-in date. For example, guest booked a room for 2 days from 6th of December to 8th of December. It means 6th December is check-in date and 8th December would be check-out date. Most of the hotels charges on 24 hours basis and standard check-in check-out time are 12 noon. In case if a guest arrives in a hotel without a reservation and book room for the same date, then the guest immediately jump to arrival stage, skipping pre-arrival. Okay, now let's understand this process. When guest arrives, pickup is provided from pickup point if requested, such as airport, railway station or a bus stand. Once the guest reaches the hotel, a car valet parks your car. Bellboy pick up the luggage, doorman open the lobby gate and a GRE, that is Guest Relationship Executive, welcomes you to the hotel. In India, some hotels welcomes you with aarti, tilak or garlanding or offer welcome drink. GRE helps you in rest of the registration process. In case of a foreigner, separate C form is also filled. This is the topic for another video. After registration process, GRE will escort the guest to his room and familiarize him with the amenities and supplies provided in the room. Along with GRE, bellboy also assists the guest to deliver all baggage or luggage in his room. In case GRE is busy, then bellboy takes the responsibility of escorting the guest to his room and luggage handling. Once the guest is checked into his room, the next stage of guest cycle begins: occupancy, or during the stay. During the stay, guest gets the first-hand experience of hotel facilities and services. This is where guests get physical with hotel products and services. An excellent and flawless service would lead to a satisfied and delighted guest, which would contribute in overall experience and make the guest come back to your hotel again. A satisfied guest also provides positive feedback to potential guests as well. During this stage, guests interact with front office staff a lot related to all type of queries, requests, complaints. So it becomes important to have a smooth coordination of front office with other departments of hotel. Some of the functions of front office department during guest stay in the hotels are: handling guest account. Guest account is created and maintained at front desk, and daily auditing is done by night auditor. Mail or message handling. Receiving mails and messages on the behalf of guests and delivery of the same on their arrival. Key handling. Accepting the guest room key when guest goes out of the premises and handing over the same when he comes back. Locker facility. To keep valuable items like documents, jewelry. Guest paging. Paging is the process of locating a guest inside hotel premises when he is not in his room. Paging is done to pass a message to the guest. Today, we also use digital information board at public areas displaying the guest name. Guest room change. Changing guest room in case guests want to upgrade or some other problem such as electric equipment failure, plumbing, etc. is there in his room. Providing information related to hotel facilities and services. Concierge and travel desk facilities. Providing information related to city and prepare travel itineraries and arrange other facilities such as booking of airline, railway ticket, making intra-city travel arrangements, cinema hall tickets, reserving hotel rooms on other locations, etc. Handling guest queries, complaints related to hotel products, facilities, services. These were some of the activities those are performed by front office staff during the stay. Finally, the checkout date arrives, which brings us to our next stage, that is departure. On the day of checkout, guest vacates the room and departs your hotel. Guest informs the front office desk about departure time. Same information is passed to all point of sale stations such as bar, spa, food outlets, travel desk, etc. so that the guest folio can be updated if some updation is required. Same information is passed to bell desk so that bellboy pick up luggage from the guest room on time. By the time guest reaches to front desk, a master bill is prepared based on financial transactions between hotel and guest, and the master bill is presented to the guest. Cashier handles any doubt or queries related to any financial transaction in the bill. After guest is satisfied, bill is settled by the same mode of payment preferred by the guest during the stay. In case of foreigner, foreign currency is also exchanged. But do note, during bill settlement, change are always given in Indian currencies, not the currency provided by the guest. After bill settlement, guest returns the room key, bellboy put the guest luggage in his car, and guest leaves the hotel. Some brands also provide complimentary breakfast basket if checking out in the morning. Once the guest checked out, front office updates the room status from occupied to vacant room. At the time of departure, front office staff should try to cover up for any unpleasant experience during the stay and should ensure smooth and hassle-free departure of the guest. One should also take feedback during checkout to provide services and provide better experience to the guest next time. Now we move to the last stage, that is post-departure. Post-departure means after the guest checked out of the hotel. Guest is contacted for any post-departure mail or messages, any lost and found articles, etc. Once the guest left the hotel, sales and marketing team look for an opportunity to stay in touch. For example, sending flyers, vouchers with special discount or offer on some special occasions such as birthday, wedding anniversary, etc. These promotional activities helps in making future bookings in the same hotels or some affiliated hotels of same brand at different locations. Well guys, that was all about all the stages of guest cycle. If you remember, I told you in beginning that this is called cycle due to a continuous process as it never ends. It repeats itself after certain time. For example, even after leaving the hotel, guest is attracted toward the promotional offers offered on your anniversary and guest booked the hotel, and this cycle begins again. That's why it is a never-ending exercise. This cycle is repeated for each booking separately. Understanding the guest cycle helps you to identify and eliminate any failure points which results in smooth and satisfying experience to the guest. Well, I hope that you like this video. If you have any doubt or suggestion, comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe Hospitality Broadcast. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.